What's up, everyone? It's Dani
and Nick.
Welcome back to Airport Talks.
Episode 5.
We are leaving Big Sky, Montana, headed back to Atlanta. And we have some questions this time about our trip here in Big Sky.
Question number 1. Why come to Big Sky over other ski areas in the U.S.?
Because this is the only place I've been.
I think I would come to Big Sky because there's no lines, so I just feel like not that many people know about it. Like, the people are more friendly, like they're just here to ski and have fun. It's just like a much more chill and relaxed place. Also, the mountain is really big, so the skiing's always like, you have so many different types of skiing. Other
than 9 a.m. when the ski lifts open, that was the only time you waited in a line. Other than that, every time you came down, you just went right back up the lift, even on the busiest part of the mountain. So when we went on that day to the moonlight side and went to the empty part of the mountain, it was even like way less crowded. We barely saw anyone on our run the whole entire time.
Yeah.
So definitely less crowds, and it's just more enjoyable when there's not like a million people that you have to worry about while you're skiing.
Question number 2. Is it worth going skiing if you don't know how to ski?
So that question's for me because I didn't know how to ski. Last year was my first time skiing when we came to Big Sky. I got 2 or 3 private lessons, and it made a huge difference because I was terrified to even try skiing. He made it really easy. We started off on the little slopes and then worked our way up. Ended up doing a blue last year, and then this year we started off on some greens, but very quickly went to blues and basically did blues the whole time. So in basically 2 weeks, a year spread apart, I was becoming a pretty good skier for not going that frequently or knowing anything as a child. Definitely is easier learning as a kid though, because you don't have that fear, and those kids who are born on skis are just naturally better than the rest of us. But it's so much fun for me. Not as much fun when you're skiing by yourself, but it's fun when you have a friend or a partner or anyone like that. So I would say if you have the opportunity to go and you're older and you're questioning it, I would say definitely go, because nothing else is quite like it. I had water skied, so I thought I had some background knowledge, and it's completely different. So go if you have the chance. Question number 3. What is the best way to get some good footage while you're skiing? We made vlogs while we were there, and the one day especially, we had a lot of good footage. So the question is, how did we get that footage?
I think the easiest way to get good footage is with the GoPro, like a small camera that can get wet. So like if it's snowing, and like you don't have to worry about the elements. It's like semi-shock resistant. So like using the GoPro, and a pro tip would be using the GoPro with the stabilized gimbal or whatever, and they make one called the Karma Grip. You put your GoPro in that and you get really good smooth footage.
It was so crazy to see the difference, because the first day we just put it on a helmet, and the second day we used the Karma Grip, and it was drastically better. The grip was like the coolest thing I've ever seen, because I mean, we have the Ronin and that's really cool, but the Karma Grip, like on the GoPro while you're skiing, it just made it so smooth. It literally looked like felt like you were skiing. So I would say get that. It's a good investment, and especially if you're an active person. The only downfall is that it's not waterproof, so like it would have been cool if it went underwater with you and you could stabilize while swimming, or even if you didn't have to worry if it was snowing. Other than that, it's a good product.
Question number 4. What was your favorite ski run?
Mine was Horseshoe, which was on the moonlight side, which was the empty side. It was along the ridge, so basically the furthest you could get out of with staying inbounds in the skiing, and that one was really fun. It was a blue run, but it wasn't too hard. It was hard to get to, but other than that, like, it was so fun because you went fast down and then you go flat and then fast again. So that one was my favorite. Which one was your favorite?
Taking the tram to the top and doing Liberty Bowl and some of the other runs from the top of the mountain where you take the tram up. I went up like 3 times in a row. I'd never been up there before, and that was definitely my favorite runs, just because you get to go all the way up high, and it's harder skiing, but it was really fun.
I did get to make it there.
Question number 6. What was your favorite restaurant in Big Sky?
Mine was probably Buck's T4. The night that we went to his dad's birthday dinner, we had red deer and it was just cooked perfectly. The side was great, the vegetable was great, everything was perfect about it. So that was like one of my favorite meals ever, probably.
That was my favorite too, but because you said that, what was the Italian place?
Andiamo's.
It's an Italian place that we took you guys along with us. It's like right next to the Huntley Lodge where we stayed. And
we went there like 3 times.
Yeah, it's really good Italian food. Okay, this is our last question, number 7. What is the most essential piece of clothing to bring when you go skiing?
I would probably say a jacket layer that can get wet.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm gonna say the buff that covers your face and like it's like flexible. It can do a lot of different things. But when you're skiing, you know, you're going pretty fast sometimes, so you can get like windburn. Obviously, if it's snowing and when it's cold, like you want to protect your skin. So like either a buff or like some type of like balaclava thing that goes over your head and like covers your mouth. I think that's the most essential piece.
Yeah, I didn't have that last year, and I brought it this year because it is definitely essential. But a jacket that can get wet, especially when it's snowing, is so essential too.
And block the wind,
yeah.
Like a hard shell or whatever. All right, so that's all the questions that we have for this episode of Airport Talks. We hope you guys like this video. Please give it a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to leave some comments so we can answer it when we're in the airport again coming up in 2 weeks. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.